Heyo everyone, this is the HappyAnimaidCafeManager here with another blind walkthrough episode for the game Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. I was still in the investigation part of this case, but had to end it short because my stepbrother arrived home sooner than I thought. Anyway, relation to On Guard. So, about UN, stop right there. Don't expect me to believe you have been talking to me without knowing how we relate. Sorry. I have no idea why Mr. On Guard chose you as his lawyer. Why did she have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? I already gave you my name earlier, and I'll add that I'm Mr. On Guard's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Corita, have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly. You're wrong! I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya. Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? That's Mr. Will Powers. He's an actor contracted with Global Studios. He's a very nice man. A man with a good heart. But that's all he is and ever will be. Urgh! What a horrible thing to say. Society doesn't care about genuinely nice people, Mr. Wright. Huh? For a second, her face twisted in pain. I wonder if something happened to Mrs. Andrews. I'd like to ask you about this. I told you, I hate trifling matters. It's a waste of time to show me things that are no relevance to me. Wow, this is the first time I've been shut down this badly. Juan Corita. Did you know the victim, Mr. Corita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most uninteresting things. If either one of them weren't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's laying on. She must know why Juan Corita was killed. I have to become Mr. On Guard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. On Guard does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying, my manager, right, Mr. Nick? Adrian Andrews, 23, female, On Guard's manager, an intelligent woman who seems to have it all together. You were the one taking care of the arrangements for the press conference, right? Yes, that's right. But Mr. On Guard said he didn't know about it. Is that what he said? Huh? Actually, I didn't know all the details either. It was a request from the publicity department. All I did was help out and do what I was asked. Oh, I see. I wonder about what? I wouldn't take her to be the type of person to do something without knowing the details. Very expensive camera, item valued at $1,600. It was stolen around the time of the murder. Motive for murder. Do you have any ideas as to why Mr. Corrida was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a psych lock, Mr. Nick? Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. And I just bought that camera. Who did it? The thieving rascal? Please don't look straight at me while you're saying that. When I find the bugger who went and done this, they're gonna pay with a bullet. And if you do that, don't expect me to defend you. Do you know anything? I've told you how many times now. I'm a journalist. I got so much info running laps in my head, I forget things here and there. Please don't get so worked up over this. Ha! I don't care if you beg me. Be extra tough on kids. That's this gal's motto on learning youngsters. Haven't visited Corrida's room yet. It's worth a look. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, Corrida's hotel room. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Mr. Juan Corrida's room, Pearls. Mr. Corrida? The victim. Which makes this the crime scene too. Oh, it's you. So, what's happened? The kidnapper, has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. On Guard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this one. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you've got to keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little Missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. Aw, man. I guess, well, Morgan Faye doesn't let Pearls go to school. Hotel guide map type maps received from Detective Gumshoe. Wow, there are a lot of bears. Alarm clock ones, collector's edition, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. It's hard to bear with all these problems. Wow. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma that the last case caused me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? It's so messy here. Pearls really like things neat and tidy, I take it. There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me, what are these? What they are? Pretty please? Okay, that over there is a watch you wear on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Oops. For a second there, I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. It's a suitcase. There are so many things in that I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator. Do all stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Corita? There are all sorts of things in his refrigerator. The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty. Empty? It's too much of a hassle to throw them away, I guess. They're all vegetable juices. I guess he must have been a real health nut. Oh, there's a beet, some ketchup, and a ball of strawberry jam too. Maybe red was his favorite color. Looks like Mr. Correa had dinner last night. This bottle is tomato juice. We had a lot of food at the award show last night, but I wonder if the stars had gone out on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Correa fought as a sailor. What's this glass fragment from? A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are. You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? This is a guitar case. I guess a little beat up, but still usable. That's strange. The guitar is not here. Maybe you forgot to bring it to the show. But Mystic Vine, she says the bright red guitar was the Jamming Ninja signature item. That's true. Huh? The guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? Guitar case, type evidence retrieved from the Corita's hotel room. It's a beautiful wine glass and there's tomato juice in it. Ew, tomato juice, I don't really like it much. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from. But doesn't it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright? Wine glass type evidence retrieved from Corita's hotel room. So that's a bed, right? Yep, it's big, but it's a bed. Ah, Mr. Nick! It's so soft! Big bed must be a rarity for her. Cause of death? Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the scene of the crime should tell you, pal. The scene of the crime? Yeah, here's a picture. There's a knife under his chest. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's a murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There are fingerprints on the knife. Yup. And it looks like they're pretty sure that they're on Mr. Unguard's prints, pal. That's bad, real bad. Crime phototype photographs received from Detective Gumshoe. What can you tell me about this guitar case? Oh, that. This is just what I heard, pal, but that's a Jamming Ninja signature item. The guitar case? No, not that. What do you take me as? I mean the guitar inside, of course. But the guitar is missing. Yeah, we looked for it too. It's not normal for a person to forget and bring their most famous item to an award show. It's starting to sound like that red guitar is related to this case after all. So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe. No, actually Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute! So does that mean Miss Von Karma's coming here? Yeah, she's coming. Man, you're going to be in so much trouble, pal. I think it'd be best if you didn't bump into her here. You can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running for the 1,000-meter dash. You look at this photo and you can't help it. It makes you want to say, I can't believe this is the scene of a murder. Stabbed with a knife after the struggle. A clue is sleeping in this photo somewhere. I know it. What do you know about this? There's nothing special I can tell you about this, pal. Look, pal, we don't have a lot of time. Why don't you show me something more important? Miss Von Karma saw me here like this, I'd have to switch sides real fast. Alright, back with the Gatewater Hotel. Around the crime scene. Lobby, Voila Hall. It's only partial of the hotel map. That's your present from the kidnapper, huh? While you're talking, it sends and receives radio waves. If we could trace that, yeah, we could use it to find out where the bad guy is. It uses radio waves, huh? I got it. I'll go find a radio scanner and let you borrow it, pal. Hey, why don't we let bygones be bygones, pal? Look, this guy is guilty. A buck says so. $1, sure. You're not talking about Pearl's allowance money? I can't bet any more than that. My salary, it doesn't matter what we think. I still have to defend Mr. On Guard in court or else. Mr. Nick. I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything, but I know who Juan Corrida and Madeline Guard are. You can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess. They even debuted around the same time, so they have this real fiery rivalry with each other. Kinda like you and me, pal. I never knew he saw me as a rival. She's Mr. On Guard's manager, right? No matter what I do, I really stink at talking with people like her. As soon as I open my mouth, I get all flustered. See, she's one of those women with a brain. She's someone who gets things done. Yeah, she does give that sort of impression like she's got it all together. Compared to her, you could easily tell I'm a can't do anything right kind of guy. That's why I get all nervous and start messing up. I feel sort of bad for him. She's like a wild beast let loose in an asphalt jungle. A beast? She's more dangerous than that starving tiger. She's a fierce one, pal. Is she mad because she lost 2 cases? Mad? She's more than mad. She's furious. The precinct is barely holding on. Thanks to her, now I know what being half dead really means. She really makes you feel like you're almost a shambling zombie. All I know is when I'm around her, I always check for the emergency exit. How can you forget about Will Powers? I thought she was an alien from outer space. Yeah, probably because she's wearing that strange helmet. Nah, even with her helmet off, I thought she was an alien, pal. I think that's probably best kept to yourself, if you know what I mean. If I had a choice, she would be the number 3 on my list of people I want to see. Because I'm in the number 1 spot. Don't get all high and mighty on me here. You've taken a tumble in 2nd place, pal, huh? Really? Then who's first? Miss Von Karma's miles ahead of you in this race. Oh. She's really scary right now. Miss Von Karma, you really don't. He's so scared of her that he's whispering now. Oh, I didn't mean to select that. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. On Guard arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? It looks like the victim, Juan Correa, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There are signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight, his button came off. Mr. On Guard said something about buttons, something like one of the jamming ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. But that's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something at the crime scene that was a little off. Something that was a little off, as in, that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Well, what's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard it sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? Whenever I hear that sound, for some reason she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that did happen the last time. So, sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow! At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Oh. Would it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change? So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you. Don't talk to me about dishonor, you hypocrite. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, scruffy trenchcoat. Ah! I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Ah! Detective, come over here for a second. Yow! I feel better knowing at least you were the man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours. Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffface. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. She has no honor. Oh, ow. Now what did she throw at me? What is this? Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the Prince Precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. She's got one of them personalities like she's whipped without her whip. How's that? A pun worthy of a joke book, yeah? Sorry, I zone out. Oh well, I forgive the wax in your ears this once and tell it to you one more time. Can't find out what the big scoop was? You were on the hunt for your big scoop last night. It's just a bunch of tabloid fools. They ain't got nothing to do with the murder. It looks like we have no choice but to remove the Cyclops. Yeah, I guess so. I really gotta be careful here. Big scoop. Laura, will you please answer my question? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I, for my scoop? What I want to know is, what are the details of this scoop? That's not something I could tell you. I mean, there's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking for a scandal. Urgh! Could it be that you, Law at heart, were looking for a break with a huge story, perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person? Who the heck is that? You think us journalists are all a bunch of idiots? You can't fool me. I'm a pro. Oh, really? So, who's this person anyway? If you're such a pro, why don't you do your own research and figure it out? Let's try that again, shall we? Juan Corrida and this person. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, Woolah Hall. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Ah, Mr. Powers, have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. The Nickel Samurai. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time there are 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a love why in Neo Old Tokyo. I see. Well, wait. A love what? A love why? This girl, Sayo, works at the tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess well, the Y shape is like the 3 birds colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl? Well, what happens next? I want to know. Miss Sile, does Miss Sile fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. Jammin' Ninja. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It started out from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, to be continued, baby.